Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We're up and running then. McAllister. And here's Isak! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Isak really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out of defence. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Caught offside that time. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I really like the look of this fella, Jeremy Pino, Peter, who definitely has that sense of street smartness about him. He plays with a great sense of audacity and personality, and he himself has stated how proud he is of his street football roots, so this guy can go places.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. And it's Doucouré. Mohamed Salah. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, really cute, what a lovely series of passes. Gravenberch. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And the pass is intercepted. And this is Mohamed Salah. Isak. Oh, he's having a go! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
It's really well read here, but having done the hard part, he'll be slightly disappointed not to make more of it.
Mateta. And it's Pino. Hughes. Crystal Palace are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Isak.
Liverpool definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Munoz. Lacroix. And it's Mitchell. Richards.
Ah, welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
It's Hughes. Kamada. Doucouré. Brennan Johnson. And it's Pino. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Isak. Now, can they get him away? Soboslai in acres of space out wide. And that has been cleared. Liverpool have reclaimed it. And they've switched it over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Gravenberch. Turns back here, probably the best option. And Frimpong. Van Dijk. And it's Salah. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Passing nice and neat. Shot a goal! He scored!
Szoboszlai really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
After 35 minutes is number 9.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
And here's Mateta. Now it's Pino. Good read, needed to be. Szoboszlai. And here's Johnson. Might be danger here. Shapes to shoot! He's got away with one there.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Liverpool have got it back and they'll have another go. Just 5 minutes left until the break. McAllister. Could move up a gear here. It's a sharp pass. Pino powering forward here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Szoboszlai. Passes short and sharp.
There will be 1 minute
That
added
is a
time.
brilliant interception. Decore. Oh, can he get onto this? Well, he's hit it long, but astray. And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Crystal Palace unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Szoboszlai showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, that is one way to stop him. Hughes. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Decore. Mitchell. Played back into the centre. And it's Kamada. And here's Pino. Mateta. Oh, important interception. Mohamed Salah. He can run onto that.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he's managed to get free. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Isak. The cutback. He's done well to get that clear.
Liverpool clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
The attendance for this match was...
Oh, that's superb. He's had a shot! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, he doesn't half hit a clean strike. The moment he was in that position, you knew he was going to smash it.
Mateta needing to deal with defending that's more up close and personal.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Now it's Isak. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating chances. They must start showing some bite.
Isak is onto it in a flash. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found the way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. McAllister. Now it's Szoboszlai. Nicely weighted ball. Henderson claims comfortable. The message is clear, none shall pass. Just about up to 75 minutes. Henderson breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Hughes. Chance for a shot! Oh, he'd love to have another go at that.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Substitution on the field. Number 17.
So changes afoot here,
Jones.
and from both sides.
Number 10, McAllister. Number 11, Mohamed Salah. Coming on the field, number 7, Retz. Number 3, Anton. Number 14,
Johnson! And it's in! There seemed no way back, but they are level. It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this ought to give them some renewed energy. If anyone's going to win it in normal time, you've got to make them favourites now.
Wirtz makes a dash for it. Same again, same outcome.
Liverpool really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Liverpool have their second corner now. That has been knocked clear. Great chance! And how did he not put that away?
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Corner number 3 coming up. That's an excellent interception.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Lerma. Pops for safety. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And here's Mateta. And it's Wharton. And here's Johnson. Lerma. Goes for a shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Lerma. Mateta.
There will be 3
Walton.
minutes added time.
And here's Johnson. This might spell danger. Endo. And the counter is on. And the number on the board is 3. Chiesa. And it's Gravenberch. And here's Soboslai. And the shot! 90 minutes done then, but that is not the end of it. So still inseparable. What are you thinking, Jim?
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
We will go into extra time.
So a brief break, and then we will be back for more.
Substitution on the field. Number 8. Soboslai.
So our quest to find the winner continues.
Number 17.
Crystal Palace did fantastically well to force extra time, having been on the brink of defeat in normal time. In fact, you could say they're the better off of the two teams, at least psychologically. Well-timed, excellent interception. Endo. And he was quick to react. Isak. Endo. Lerma. And here's Mateta. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. He's having a good look here.
It's not a good idea in affording free kicks in these positions.
Thinks about the shot. Oh, such a clever touch. Walton stood his ground strongly. Lovely feet. And it's Lerma. And here's Mateta. Chiesa.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
He's in plenty of space here. Endo. And here's Chiesa. He's having a pop! Oh no, that could be a costly miss. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's neat. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. So there's the whistle, and we will have a brief break. Well, nobody wants to settle for this, of course, but everyone is running nigh on empty. Is there going to be a moment to win it? Well, we are already up and running again. This really has been thrilling. Both sides going at it, and now for the final act.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Richards. And it's Mitchell. Mitchell. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. He is just caressing the ball. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Munoz. Now it's Johnson. And it's Munoz.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, this looks sharp. And here's Wirtz. And it's been hooked away. And he's only too happy to take that back. Looking for the run. That looks a good ball through. Oh, that's fabulous. Plenty to aim. There's the shot! He lifts the roof! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Crystal Palace have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback. Johnson taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So there we have it, Jim. A game seemingly destined for stalemate, but then the ultimate smash and grab.
Well, I thought only one team could win this, certainly in the last few minutes, Peter. They didn't half make it hard on themselves, but sometimes you just have to win games whatever way you can, and that they did.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. Ekitike! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
It's very hard to overlook this guy, Jean-Philippe Mateta, Peter. A player who has a great touch for a big man. He may be old-fashioned, but I like his subtle movements inside the box that allow him to be so effective.
I think... And the finish! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Van Dijk. They're battling for the right to play in the early stages. Ekitike. And it's McAllister. McAllister proves just a little bit too strong. Lacroix. Hughes. Kamada. And it's Pino. Robertson gets over and intercepts. McAllister. So we're still where we started right now. Chooses to go cross-field. Mitchell. And here's Kamada. Now it's Pino. Looking for the run. Kamada. Impressive jump!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gravenberg for Szoboszlai. And it's McAllister. Oh, good take in a good area. A lot of space ahead of him. Threads one in. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. No, he's not going to get any further than that. McAllister. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
McAllister. Now, can they get him away? And they've been given a corner.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
They've played it short. Opts to play it back. He has a look out. And that is masterful defending. Munoz. Ekitike. Now it's shot a goal! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Isak deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And here's Kamada. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And it's Pino. Some really good ball movement. And the shot! And it's a goal! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Mateta demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Mitchell driving forward.
Crystal Palace can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Quickly taken. Tries to pass it through. Munoz gets into a good... Oh, good effort!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Jeremy Pino. Kamada. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. It's a good spell of possession, this. Jones.
This is the time you need that pace.
Van Dijk. Konate.
There will be 1 minute
McAllister.
added time.
And here's Mateta. Now it's Pino. Hughes. Johnson. Munoz is fouled. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning. Probably be looking to play it square from here. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Pinches it off him. And that signals the end of the first period. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Crystal Palace just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
Of course they will.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Crystal Palace have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. So the action resumes. Crystal Palace currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Kamada. And here's Mateta. Johnson. And it's made its way to him. Johnson's terrific effort. And another try! But he's left disappointed.
I think his reaction says everything there, Peter. Just a fraction inside. That's all he needed to be.
And it's Jones. Well, played right into his path. And a chance! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. McAllister, who's short. He is just caressing the ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Mateta. Now it's Pino. Now it's Kamada. Kamada has been caught there. It's a foul. Ducore. Mitchell. And it's Ducore. Richards. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right...
And the shot! Well taken goal. A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Crystal Palace are doing very nicely. And the shot! And it's in! Just 1 in it now! The game takes on a whole new complexion. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Crystal Palace are looking pretty rattled at the moment, Jim.
There's no doubt about that, Peter. It looks like they've had the proverbial...
Oh, what has happened here? It's a throw-in. And it's Gravenberch. Isak.
Liverpool really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Kamada. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. It's a pretty loose pass. Isak. Szoboszlai is onto it. Tries a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Szoboszlai actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
So, third corner of the game. McAllister with the short one. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Great chance! And that's a good finish. There seemed no way back, but they are level. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Liverpool really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Lacroix. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Johnson. And here's Mateta. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Mateta clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
It's a good run he's making out on the left. Oh, such a clever touch. Played in by Robertson.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Johnson. Kamada.
4 added minutes has
Lovely
been
pass,
indicated.
but can he get there? Kamada! And that should get the job done. Liverpool do have a chance to counter here. And here's Isak. Oh, important interception. Time added on 4 minutes. And it's Szoboszlai. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And that has left him in a heap. He's going for goal! Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick.
It's not a good idea in affording free kicks in these positions.
No way through, so back it comes. Still nothing in it, and we will be back for 30 more minutes. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
So here we go then, extra time is coming up.
As scores are level after 90 minutes, there will now be 30 minutes of extra time. Substitution on the field, number 17, Jones.
So our quest to find the winner
Number 8,
continues.
Szoboszlai.
Crystal
Number
Palace
10,
conceded an equaliser late on. Now they have to do it all again. Do they have what it takes?
Coming on the field.
Played out wide.
70, number 7, Fritz. Number 3, Endo. Number
Gakpo.
18.
He's having a hit!
Substitutions taking
Oh,
place.
he's missed it.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Ducore. And here's Mateta. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Mateta.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And it's Wirtz. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Yeremy Pino. Yeremy Pino tries a measured ball. Liverpool needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And here's Mateta. Pino. That's a little off target. Endo.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Pino. And here's Mateta. So that was it, the first period of extra time. Well, nobody wants to settle for this, of course, but everyone is running nigh on empty. Is there going to be a moment to win it?
Substitution on the field, number 26.
And we're off for the final time.
Coming on to replace him is number
This has
6,
been enthralling.
Keke.
So what do the last
Substitution
15
in
minutes
progress.
have left? Mitchell. And that's gone route one. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Wirtz. Now it's Endo. Johnson has found the net here, of course. Now it's Mateta. And it's Lerma. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
That has not gone well. Now it's Johnson. Great defending, strong and determined. Gakpo. And here's Mateta. Gravenberg gets across and deals with it.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Frimpong. Nice bit of skill and he's away. Spread neatly. This looks promising. Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Crystal Palace may have thrown this away at the death.
Substitution.
So, having trailed to lead. Not a twitch, not a blink.
A picture of confidence. That was never missing.
Well, they've done the hard part, now to survive the last few minutes.
It looks to be the correct call, Peter, and in the circumstances it really had to be.
There will be
Frimpong looking to receive it in space. And a header! He's got a goal! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter.
And that's that. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
They came, they saw,
Your reflections
and they
then,
were
Jim?
sent
Well,
packing.
Peter, I really
Thank
couldn't
you,
see
everyone,
what
for your
this
support
team was
today.
trying
You
to
were
achieve,
more than
whether
just
it's the
our 12
manager's
men.
message not getting through or not having the right players in the right position.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. McAllister. And here's Isak. Great defending, strong and determined. Mateta.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture? Ekitike! Loose ball now, and there's a... Oh, what has happened here? Mateta, and they can counter here. Mateta powering forward here. Plays a sharp little ball here. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And here's Mateta. Jones does well to get it back. Jones did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Mitchell cuts it out. Lacroix. Crystal Palace still without a single shot on target. Now it's Mateta. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. McAllister. And Frimpong. And it's Soboslai. This is a promising build-up. And he was alert to it.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Jeremy Pino. And it's been played through. Decent chance! It's there! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And it's Soboslai. Soboslai. He's having a pop! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And here's Pino, and here's Mateta. Jones. Now it's Isak. Jeremy Pino. And here's Mateta.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Jeremy Pino. Hughes. Pino. Now that looks a decent ball. And it's made its way to him. Takes a shot! Oh, needed to be more decisive in the end.
No surprise there. Can't be hesitant in those moments, Peter. Just allow the defence to regroup and stop the attack.
Now it's Johnson. Kamada. Threads one in.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Oh, well played, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Crystal Palace clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, they could be caught out here. Frimpong. Van Dijk. That's a lovely, neat pass. Ekitike. And it's McAllister.
Added time.
No, again, there's no way through. Gravenberg. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And he has shown him a yellow card. And it's Frimpong. That's the end of the first 45. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Some first half thoughts?
Crystal Palace really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Crystal Palace have played well here and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. The second period is underway. Crystal Palace currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Well, we expected better and so did he. Richards. And it's Munoz. Played towards the front line. Could move up a gear here. And here's Pino. To Kamada. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's got plenty of space out wide here. And that was nowhere near his best. Robertson. McAllister. And it's Van Dijk. Jones. Frimpong. And it's Szoboszlai. Oh, well played. And he's managed to get rid. To McAllister. Crystal Palace just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Liverpool are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, and certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
The attendance for this match was 29,514.
Just about up to the hour now. That is good alertness. Crystal Palace ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. He'll try from distance! Superb from Ekitike! A finish right from the top draw! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Crystal Palace have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for...
Goes for a shot! And that's a sharp finish! Oh, but the flag's up.
And needless to say, he disagrees.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Crystal Palace choosing to make the first change. Ekitike. And here's Isak. And here's Szoboszlai. Frimpong providing an outlet on that flank. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And it's Gravenberch. And here's Isak. Chance! But he's left disappointed.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Ekitike receives it in a good position here. Corner number 2 then. McAllister with the short one. Crystal Palace have the chance to go the other way. Decore. Frimpong. And it's gone back to the keeper. Konate. And it's Robertson. McAllister. Johnson. Wharton. Decore. Here's Mateta. Cute ball now, how can he reach it?
Crystal Palace really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And that has left him in a heap. Decore. Oh, this looks sharp. Frimpong gets across to intercept that. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
This is it then, now or never.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, can he get onto this? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Lerma. Lerma, upright and purposeful. Johnson's cross.
Two added minutes have
2
been
minutes to be
indicated.
added on. Now it's Johnson. Now it's Lerma. And here's Johnson. Allison with the clearance. And here's the chance to counter. Now it's Isak. He's having a hit! Oh, quite a conclusion, but that is it, the end. So, Jim, any strong opinions after all of that?
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that
Scores are
there's
level.
still plenty
We will
of
go
energy
into extra
about.
time.
Well, no winner so far, but somebody has to be the winner. And extra time is next.
Substitution on the field, number 10.
So our
McAllister.
quest to find the winner
Number
continues.
17, Jones. Coming on the field, number 3, Endo. Number 7, Betts. Substitution in progress.
Lerma. Lerma.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Endo. Wharton. And here's Mateta. Plays the ball back. And here's Mateta. Mitchell. Decore. Endo. And it's Robertson. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Gravenberg. And it's Robertson. Some really good ball movement. Lerma. Sarr. And here's Isak. Soboslai. And here's Isak. Now it's Soboslai. He's on it. Can he get away? Sarr. So just 15 minutes still to come.
Quick reminder today to please drink responsibly.
So neither side able to conjure up a telling moment, and we are where we are. This is the last chance to win it. And so the last chance to find a winner. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Isak is onto this. Oh, that's neat. They've won a corner.
Substitution on the field.
Liverpool
9,
have their third corner.
Isak. Number 22, Ekitike. Number 30, Fredman. Coming on the field.
Soboslai plays it short.
Mohamed Salah.
Skillfully
Number
cut out.
18,
He is so
Gakpo.
at ease on the ball.
Number 12,
And
Bradley.
now they can spring out of defence. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And he's forced to go back. Gravenberg. Soboslai. That has not gone well. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Sarr.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Sarr, looking to play him in. Soboslai. So what can they make of this? And time is up. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kick-off. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, I've always been impressed with how this guy...
Oh, greatly! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
So, a breakthrough already. And here's Johnson. Jones.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And he's picked out the run. Szoboszlai tries a cross. And that is well cleared. Johnson. And it's Kamada. Now it's Mateta. Gravenberg. And here's Isak. Munoz cuts out the pass. First quarter of an hour gone. And he was alert to it. And he's gone looking for safety. Mateta. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And here's Pino, bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Jeremy Pino really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's in a great position here. Throw in. That looks a decent ball.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Mateta. That has been cut short. Now it's Szoboszlai. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. This is a promising build-up. Tries to pass it through. Pino! Oh, crossbar! Robertson clears without hesitation. And it's Munoz. He's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Decore. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Hughes. Good ball, good take. Goes for a shot! And that should get the job done. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. No foul, says the referee. Now it's Jones.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's very neat. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Lacroix did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Jones. Ekitike. Can he spark a counter here? Pass is just off target. Lacroix. Chance, surely! And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Liverpool are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Five minutes till the break. Hughes kept his eye on it, and he's there. Munoz. And it's Munoz. Jeremy Pino. Now it's Mateta. Now it's Pino. Oh, that's fabulous. Decent chance! And he's stuck it away. Half-time imminent. What a time to score. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Crystal Palace cut their deficit. Great chance! And no mistake. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back.
And that is all they have time for. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter, I can certainly tell you I wasn't expecting this. What a half, what a game of football so far. I was honestly expecting the floodgates to open, but how quickly things can change.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2, and he shoots! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Hughes actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Crystal Palace with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Kamada with the short one. And here's Kamada. Now it's Pino. Backward it goes. And here's Mateta. He's had a shot! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no. Oh, that's a key interception. Johnson. Jones. Ekitike. Now it's Szoboszlai, looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Szoboszlai. And it's McAllister. And Gravenberg. This looks promising. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Isak really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Pino. Very nicely done. Hughes. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
60 minutes played. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the task, Peter, did he? They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And here's Szoboszlai. And here's... It's shot a goal! And that's a good finish. And they get themselves in front! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Liverpool leading now. Mitchell. Crystal Palace have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Jones. And now the breakaway. Gravenberg. And it's Szoboszlai. And it's Frimpong. McAllister. That's a nicely weighted pass. Great defending, strong and determined. Szoboszlai. Big chance! And that's a tiny finish. Simplicity itself.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.